you went right after college to Nashville. I took a second. And it's cool, though, that we end up, we're living together, and now we started a podcast. Like, it's just cool to see how things, like, grow, because, the podcast started once as a vision, and now it's, oh, wow, now we've made some great steps to solidify that vision a little bit more and start paving the way, as opposed to just, ideating. Right. I think we did a great job figuring out, like, the purpose, the mission statement, which let's get into. But I think we sat in that for just, like, the right amount of time. Maybe, in my opinion, a little too long, but we got there. And I think we obviously have our mission statement. We have our purpose. We have our why. We have, like, longer term objectives and ideas, and I think we're going about it the right way. I think the true value for hopefully anybody that's listening right now that might listen to our podcast in the future and shows in the future is that you'll notice that we do have intention behind what we do. We're not just here to talk. We're not just, sometimes we are, but we're not just talking about things that don't really matter or surface level stuff. Like, if you really love music or you're creative and you want to know how to be more creative and what does purpose mean in creativity and how to collaborate, this is part of, like, our intention to share that with you. And so we're happy that you're here and you're listening, or if you're just listening and you're just curious about our lives, be our guests, or just music in general, we're happy you're here too, and we'll know that you'll learn something from us. And if you have any questions, hit us up on Bilby and Ella on Instagram, and we'll make sure we'll get those answered.
I love it.
So yeah, let's dive into our why. I know I mentioned it a little bit. I think this would be a great time to kind of let the listeners know a little bit more about what's our mission statement, what are our objectives of the podcast, the show. We can get into, like, the vision too.
Yeah, I mean, William, why don't we just jump into we're just making an introduction, and just let's jump back, like you briefly touched on it.
Yeah.
Of really, we met in college, freshman year at Georgia. We were both business students. Mm-hmm. I was living in Russell, was the name of the building. You were living in
all over.
Over.
Freshman year?
Yeah, freshman year.
East Campus Village.
East Campus Village, because you were on the football team,
mm-hmm.
And so a lot of the football players lived over in East Campus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're saying we met over at Redneck Beach, which was like this.
Because I met you, and I said, Hill, oh my gosh, nice to meet you. And I assumed that you were a SIG up.
Yeah.
But you weren't. You were just a friend.
See, I don't remember that. I remember being at the SIG Ep house, and I was not a SIG Ep. William, you were.
I was looking to be one, and
Yeah.
I was only one for about 3 months.
Okay, yeah. That was kind of just a freshman year thing.
Yeah.
The first time I remember meeting you was at the SIG Ep house, I thought, and you'd asked me if I was one, because I lived with a guy my freshman year at the dorm,
mm-hmm.
Who was a SIG Ep.
Yeah.
And so I think you were rushing. That's the story that I remember, is you were rushing. So maybe like one of 5 or 6 or 8 guys. And I was there at the house with,
mm-hmm.
There's like 40 other people in the class.
Yep.
And I was just there by proxy of somebody else. That was the moment that I remember. But anyway, didn't really know each other all that much in college. Had a few classes together, and then really became friends once I had moved to Nashville, you'd moved to Nashville, and then I had moved in here at this house. We filmed this out of our living room, which we redid, thanks to, by the time this is dropped, your fiance.
Yes.
I'll be one of the first to say that, technically, but yeah. So, and then I feel like our both our friendship and our music career purpose have kind of bloomed out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, where do you see all of this podcast stuff going, William? Like, what is the 411 in your perspective of what this is becoming?
Yeah, I mean, we can we can nail this out a little bit more, scope this out, and this can be completely wrong, but I wrote this down the other day, and I said, like for vision casting, I said, we are reviving creativity by pulling back the curtain on true collaboration and purpose. Our platform educates, inspires, and equips all people to step into their God-given identity as co-creators, making creativity tangible, practical, and contagious.
I love that.
Yeah. So that would be like our drafting, like a mission, or future vision statement of what would be if Bilby and Ella was rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Like that's what, to me, is what it would be really firing on all cylinders on.